Stella? Okay. Hey, Stella! Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here today with Earth for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn from July 21st to the 27th, 2019. I will do the reading. I will take a few questions afterwards if there's anybody on. And hi, Alantra. And it's a short, it will be very short. After the reading of no more than 15 minutes. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to start out with trust. And this is for Earth. The first thing you need to do, and need is not a word I like, but the first thing you need to do is trust. And who do you trust? The only person in the world that you should trust is yourself. Completely and honestly. And if that trust says that you trust somebody else, then that's still your own trusting yourself. Trust is a huge part of the evolution of spiritual growth. And I think this is going to be a really good week for Earth. I know fire is pretty awesome. So we'll start out with the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands, she's one of the cards that makes me happy. Why? Because she believes in magic. And we don't believe in magic in our world. We should. We don't. Some of us do. And as I get older, I awesomely do believe in magic. I believe in dragons, though maybe not here on this dimension. I believe in a few other things. But this is positive magic. This is awesome magic. This is the magic of making things happen, of growth, of spiritual growth, and being in the energy of, wow, I like that. So what covers it? To get to that place, we've put in a tremendous amount of hard work. This is not going to be an easy week, but it's not a bad week, if that makes sense. There's a lot of work to be done this week with fire. Has anything to say about it? The energy. So there's a lot of work behind it. What happens? We have gone through a stage where we had the hangman, which is be patient. Things is happening just behind the surface. We're not necessarily privy to that information, but this card also suggests that whatever you've been working on or waiting for is going to come to fruition. Will it come the way you expected? 99% chance no. Will it be good or even better? Very much likely. And what's just below us is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card of depression, actually. But it's also a card that suggests the depression's at an end. It's coming in. The daylight's coming forward. It's light is happening. So we've been waiting. People do not wait well. So what it does, it gives us this feeling of depression. What do we do? While it's behind us, let it go. And the next card, I think I'm going to read these two cards together. One is being empathic and telepathic, but picking up energy, picking up the feeling that this is the right thing, or I know what that person's doing. That is a very powerful next step. And with that step, you will find that you are working together. And when I say working together, I mean that which is you. The pieces of you are coming together. That little girl that was fell off her bike at 5, the young man who fell in love with his first love at 15 and was rejected. All these are healing and coming together. But while you're doing that, you will find that your empathic or telepathic abilities are enhanced. There's a saying, and I say it over and over again. I'm sure anybody who's listened to me for a while has heard it. You can be psychic and not spiritual, but there's no way you can be spiritual and not psychic, because that is our natural way of being. That's who we are originally. When we put all these little blocks up, and put energy here and to protect that, and energy there to protect that, we take away our natural ability to be psychic, or believe in psychic even. So what's coming up for us? The Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is taking responsibility for your own life. And that is a huge one, a very, really important one, actually. So this reading is basically very similar to fires. Lots of work, lots of cleansing, really positive outcome. Why? Because we're learning to trust ourselves. We're learning that when A happens, B happens with us, and we know that it's good. We have been through and this should have been read earlier, but it's a reminder, and it might be part of what you're releasing, is there's a way out, but you get so frustrated you forget to look for it. You forget to look for it in the simplest manner. Occam's razor, right? The simplest answer is most likely the right answer. So we look for really convoluted, way out ideas to clear. Look at what's simple. And when it's simple, you begin, and this is really important, the Fool, which is a brand new journey. I adore the journey and the beginning. We have many beginnings throughout our lives. So we start at this level, we go up to here, we start at this level, go up here, but they're all brand new. They're all new. They're all the potentials are all very positive. We can be anything and anybody. Of course, I'm going to suggest you choose to be somebody happy and joyous, because the next step in our evolution is bringing in joy, not just trust, but we have to have that to be able to feel joy. But joy is the next step. And the outcome cards, well, I've got 3 of them, but they're all basically the same. The Nine of Pentacles is reaping the rewards for putting in the effort. And we've put in the effort over and over again. So, but this card also suggests there's more to come, more change. And this card, the Judgment card, I like to call it my light worker card, whether that's outmoded or not. But it is cutting away that which no longer assists us or feeds us. And our heart becomes lighter because of it. It is an opening up of all our spiritual endeavors, our psychic abilities. And what it will bring us to is the Empress. And the Empress is all forms of abundance, spiritual, emotional, physical. And still in this day and age, for the time being, money. And money is good. It's like a gun. It's not the gun that's at fault. It's the person who wields it. So breathe deeply, wield the money with self-respect, because there's many ways of wielding it. Throwing it away, hoarding it. Hoarding's the worst. And not thinking when you spend it. All right. So you want to get a happy balance with abundance too. So what do we do from there on? Well, you trust yourself, and that's the big thing this week, learning to trust yourself more. And then you shine. Show that light. Show those people the energy of who you are and what you've been and where you're going. Do you have to show everybody? Absolutely not. It is only those for those people who are willing to see. If they're not willing to see, don't shine your light. You're not here to save anybody except yourself. If you happen to help people along the way, then fabulous. That is fabulous. But being who you are, the vibration level that you are at will help more people than you going out and preaching. And says me, who's preaching. So with that, if there's any questions, and like I say, I'm only going to be on for another 10 minutes max, because I have 2 more to do today. I'm going to do water and air later on. But if there's any questions, I'm willing to field 2 or 3. Not because I enjoy doing it.
Elantra asks, has my case been thinking about me? Thank you so much.
He is. You know, when I look at him and you ask that question, I get him going, I don't know what to do. Yes, he's thinking of you. I can't promise that it's going to shift and change. But at this moment, the answer is yes, he's thinking of you. Is it necessarily, wow, I really want to be with that woman? I suspect he really would like to be with that woman, so to speak. But does he have the courage? I'm not 100% sure. Does he have plans that he wants to fulfill before he settles down? It might be the plans are going to win, because his energy is a little bit, well, desperate is too hard a word, but I don't have another word for it at the moment. His energy is a little bit, he's suffering. He wants to, but he also wants something else. So yes, he's thinking about you. Is there any other question?
Eyes Like Stars asks, hello, I want to know when my next cycle will come.
What does she mean by cycle?
I'm going to go with period.
I don't think that's what she means, but could you write down what you mean, please? Because there's many cycles, and I'm an old lady, so if it's your period, I don't think about those anymore. She says yes. Okay, cycle. So I would, how about you just message me on that one, okay? And it's Elisha Keating. You can, I'm pretty certain I'm the only one with the name Elisha with a hyphen, and Keating, Keating. It's eating with a key in front of it.
Also, if you still have a hard time finding her, she has a blue panther.
Yeah, a blue panther.
Against a blue moon.
Because that's my spirit animal is a panther.
Okay. Elantra says, thank you again. Maria Herrera asks, hello, should I keep playing or stop?
Maria Herrera wants to, I can...
Keep playing or stop?
So that's a very spiritual question you just asked. And for your, on a spiritual level, stop playing. On, you can still go through the actions, just don't get involved in the energy of it. There's a part of you that likes that playing, but there's a part of you that's ready to step back and say, no, never more. And if you can go with the nevermore, you can still go through the actions. You just don't need to own the energy. All right.
And as of right now, our last question comes from Nicole Hamu. Excuse me. Hi there. Does Jason Hira think my daughter is his?
I think he does. He's kind of preening a little bit. And if he's not, then I would suggest very strongly that he gets a blood test, because it could be a little confusing for the young lady. Well, maybe not now, but later in life. And it will, you can get DNA tests to make sure, to see if there is. An interesting story, since I don't have any other ones. My mother, about 20 years ago, she was 76, decided she wanted to take piano lessons. So she put out an ad and asked if there's a piano teacher. And they met in my small town, and Mom watched this woman walk in, and she just sort of goes, because she was a splitting image of her mother. And it turned out this woman was adopted. And after a few years, they did a blood test, and there was 99% relationship. She was my mother's long lost niece, because back then adoptions were very, very closed. So this lady, through my mother, found her father, who had never stopped looking for her, and a whole new family. It's pretty cool. Family's important, so make sure everybody knows who belongs where.
Nicole says, wow. Jeanette Preston asks, do you think baby D is W?
The potential is like 89%. I mean, there's a percentage that isn't, but the percentage is fairly high that the likelihood is yes. And I think we will.
We're at 15 minutes, so if you want to shut it down.
I think,
like you said, we will be doing.
Yeah, we'll be doing later. 2 more later on during the day. Can't promise you when, but we will. So namaste, namasko. It's been lovely to talk to you.
Baby, what the big baby? Don't lick me.